What's going on, Master Duel fans? James here again. Board map number 8, the final round with vampire zombies. For tonight's episode, when this video goes up, you got Cleforts spicing in the specific card called Tierra, Source of Destruction. Level 11, Light Fiend. For whatever the reason that it's a fiend, 3400 attack, 3600 defense. Can't be normal summon set, must be specialed from hand by shuffling 10 other cards with different names from your hand and or field into the deck. And or extra deck, and no other ways. The special summon cannot be negated, so no solemns. And once this next effect activates, no one changed anything in response to it. So here's the case. Upon special summon, shuffle all cards into the deck except the card itself from each player's hand, field, graveyard, and face-up pendulum monsters from the extra deck. Infinite reset button, basically. So again, Cleforts spicing the Tierra, which again, never saw, Shining Sark, Dragon Ruler, Blue Eyes, Photon Galaxy, another Shining Sark, and 2 unknown decks for the pickup cards or stipulations just in case. With that being said, let us get into board map number 8 full of matchups. For the first match, for my SR Space, Goyo Guardian. We all know what's up with Goyo Guardian ever since Furnace Sylph, Naturia Trap Trick shenanigans. Let's not talk too much about Goyo Guardian. Second of all, stipulation activated by my opponent, which is both players start their life points in half. So we are at 4,000. And more importantly, with his hand, this should be fine. Real normal Unizombie. Foolish Mizuki, level up. Level up Goyo, discard Zombie Master. Mizuki, banish for a Zombie Master. Switch Goyo to defense mode, just in case. And pass. One set, and pass. Duster. Life's End, not treated as a trap, switch to attack, real normal Samurai Skull, toss out Mizuki, and due to the stipulation, this is OTK already. Three things in mind. A, Bloodsucker, glossed out. Level 4, Dark Zombie, honorary zombie, 1300 attack, 1500 defense. Also, I really love it how the name of Bloodsucker legit relates to what vampires are actually doing for their nighttime activities. Hilarious. If this card does battle damage to your opponent, send the top card of their deck to the graveyard. Number 2, stipulation activated. Both players start their life points at 4,000. Apparently, opponent must have landed on that life points in half space. And third of all, With his hand going second, this is nothing more than board breakers. Gadget Trio. So simplified game state. Zombie World, Feather Duster, Magician Zero Negate, Talons Take Something, Take the Trap Monster, Real Normal Familiar, Vampire Sucker, Familiar, Send Awakening, Reborn, Sucker, Mandatory, Familiar, Spill Blood, Ash, Keeping Familiar in check. Draw one. Magician Zero, level up. Fascinator. Take the Ash because it's a zombie. Fascinator, take more Marshmallow. Synchro it up into Immortal Dragon. Immortal Dragon, toss out Retainer for whatever the reason we did not see it. And then Shining Sark Scoops. Just a regular matchup with his hand going first. Depends on what goes on for Foolish Burial. We'll figure out some moves. Foolish, toss out Retainer. Retainer, send Ghost. Reborn, Spill Blood, get Domination. Real Normal, Necro Banshee, Vampire Sucker, and one set. Reacting, discard Redox, get another. Title, banish 2 little dragons to special itself. Didn't know what else to do for domination, so I figured Necro or Banshee, disrupt the dragon rulers. But definitely not safe from Blaze, supreme ruler of all dragons in 2025. Let me just say this again, ladies and gentlemen, because I don't think the people in the back heard me. Blaze, supreme ruler of all dragons in 2025. Rank 7, Fire Dragon XZ, 2800 attack, 1800 defense. Once per turn, detach 1, destroy 2 cards, does not target, by the way, smile, 1 from hand or field, and 1 your opponent controls. Next effect is a hard once. You can banish a total of 2 fire and or dragons, so basically blaster, but special from grave. However, kick it back to the extra deck whenever it leaves. Supreme, kill off, here there be dragons, while opponent kills off my domination. Simplified game state. Title, kick back to opponent's hand. and Zombie Vampire Lethal. And of course, Dragon Rulers happens to be getting new support from the new set, so apologies on my behalf that I legit did not get to go over Dragon Rulers in terms of the new stuff. So, first things first, on the new stuff. We got the little light and dark dragons, as well as the XZ version of Chasma and Eclipse, and their spell, Here There Be Dragons. So, and Disaster Dragon as well. So, let's take it from the top with a new support. Spectral Nebulous. The little dragons, of course. Spectral Flickers. And Nebulous Mishaps. Level 2 dragons. Spectral Flickers a light. Nebulous Mishaps a dragon. And they both have reversible stats. 600 attack, 1000 defense for Spectral Flickers, and Nebulous Mishaps, 1000 attack, 600 defense. For Spectral Flickers, you can discard this card and one Dragon or Light monster, add 2 Dragon Rulers from deck to hand that isn't Spectral itself. You can banish this from grave and 1 Dragon or Light monster, then target 1 Chasma Dragon Ruler of Auroras in your graveyard, special it. 1 effect per turn and only once that turn, so 1 effect or the other, can't do both. Nebulous Mishaps, same concept, 1 effect or the other, can't do both. Discard this card and 1 Dark or Dragon, target 2 of your banished Dragon Rulers with different attributes that isn't Nebulous Mishaps, special them both, but they cannot attack. You can banish this from grave and 1 Dark or Dragon monster, then target 1 Eclipse Dragon Ruler of Catastrophes in your graveyard, special it. Here There Be Dragons, the quick play spell. Special 1 Dragon Ruler monster from your hand, graveyard, or banishment. Then, once resolved, you can, optional, put up an XZ Shoken of a Dragon Ruler XZ. So basically, these guys. And then, if possible, Disaster Dragon, assuming that if you have the 2 rank 7s. Using only Dragon Rulers you control. And then during your main phase, you can banish this from grave, then target any number of banished Dragon Ruler with different attributes, put them back to the graveyard. 1 effect per turn and only once that turn, so 1 effect or the other, can't do both. Chasma and Eclipse, both are each effect once per turns. Chasma, aka Aurora, Light Dragon XZ, 3000 flat on the attack, 1600 defense. Eclipse, Dragon Ruler of Catastrophes, Dark, rank 7, 2700 attack, 1900 defense. And they both take 2 level 7 dragons to make them. For Chasma Auroras, as a quick effect, you can send 1 level 7 Dragon Ruler monster from your deck to the graveyard and detach 1. This effect becomes that set monster's effect that discarded cell to activate. So basically, you can copy Tempest for the search, you can copy Blaster for the spot removal, you can copy Tidal for the Foolish Burial, and you can copy Redox for the sake of Monster Reborn any monster of any kind from your own graveyard. As for Chasma, if for whatever the reason this card gets killed by battle or opponent's card effect in your possession, You can special 1 level 7 Dragon Ruler monster from your graveyard or banishment. As for Eclipse, first chance this card is XZ Shoken, you can target 1 level 4 or lower Dragon Ruler monster in your graveyard or banishment. Special 1 level 7 / rank 7 Dragon Ruler monster that is mentioned on it from deck or banishment, then shuffle the target. Basically, any of the little dragons, you can turn it into the bigger dragons. So most cases, Spectral, Special Chasma, Nebulous, Special Eclipse, Burner for Blaster, Lightning for Tempest, Reactant for Redox, and Stream for Tidal. When your opponent activates a spell, trap card, or effect as a quick effect, you can detach 2 at the same time, negate the activation as it never happened, and if you do, banish that card. That's crazy. And then any other cards that I do not know about? Seven stars / Army Annihilation Hagen. So let's see what's up about this. Quick play spell. Target 1 face-up monster you control. Hook it up with 1 level 7 monster with the same type but different name from your hand or deck as an equipped spell that gives it 700 attack. But return that equipped spell to the hand during the end phase. When your opponent's level / rank 8 or higher monster gets killed by battle while this card is in your graveyard, you can add this back to your hand. Hard once on the activation. Interesting. And of course, it's a loner deck, so shouldn't need to say much about most known cards. First things first, both players landed on higher rarity spaces. For my SR space, Dark Sacrifice, which, funny enough, vampires, in terms of lower level vampires, some are level 3 or lower, which is extremely relevant. The case about Dark Sacrifice, as I get the glossed out version, as a normal trap, when your opponent activates a card or effect that will destroy something on the field, negate the effect, not activation, but negate the effect, then send 1 level 3 or lower dark monster from your deck to your graveyard. Opponent's UR space, slash draw. We all know what's up about slash draw. Let's not dwell on that too much since the appliancer videos. Also, with his hand, Krat, Foolish the Mizuki, Real Normal Ghost, Sand Retainer, Imperm the Ghost, Mizuki, Banish, Reborn Retainer, Spill Blood for Domination, Vampire Sucker, and 2 set. Real Normal Ether Barrel, straight up set Lordly Load, Flip It Up, Primite Roar, Nebula Dragon, Reveal Galactic Spiral, Roar, Calling on Blue Eyes, Special Both. Oh, hello. Hold on. Pay 2,000, you did. Declared Blue Eyes, you did. Then, if you control no monsters, oh, there it is. That's the fumble part. If you control no monsters, never mind. No, free Blue Eyes off from Roar. Exceed Shulking into Draglubion. Domination. Gain the 3,000 life. Negate destroy it. Ghost. Banish. Spill blood. Should be summoned Skidge. Reborn. Retainer. Grabbing Desire. Talon. Draw 2 cards. Slash draw. Milling 3 cards of Nib, Mausoleum, Royal Rare Jet Dragon. And the top card, Roar of the Blue-Eyed Dragons. Draglubion, Talent, Nib, put back. Lorly Call on Blue Eyes. Roar for another Blue Eyes. Galactic Spiral Dragon. Free special. Exceed Shulking into Galaxy Eye Cypher Dragon. Poetic Seals. And pass. Vampire Desire. Erratic Seals. Making the desired target missed. Seals for Blue Eyes. Also, Glossed Out. And then the Anniversary one, of course. Yeah, I'm going to have to take a look at this Prime Eye Blue Eyes profile because this man is hardcore low-key treasure cards. Take 1900. Not dying by battle due to Roar. Roar, banish, targeted one from grave. Banshee, banish for Zombie World. Scourge, banished. And pass. Ether Barrel, back to hand. Real normal Ether Barrel. Cypher Dragon, go up into full armor. Attempt. Dark Sacrifice. Negate the effect. Toss out Familiar. Simplify Game State. Lordly Load for Blue Eyes. Exceed Shulking into number 23, Lancelot, Dark Knight of the Underworld. Rank 8, Dark Zombie Exceed. Why didn't I think of this card? 2,000 attack, 1,500 defense. That takes to level 8 in general to make it. It can direct attack while it has material, so Sky Striker Hayate. Upon doing battle damage, you can target one face-up monster your opponent controls, kill it. This next effect, this is where you have to pay attention. Once per turn during anyone's turn, when a spell trap card or another monster's effect is activated, mandatory effect to detach one, negate the activation as in never happen. And that last effect is not optional. And pass. Real normal Gazuki. Veiler. Lancelot negating his own card. And then Prime Eye Blue Eyes. Wait, they timed out? Prime Eye Blue Eyes timed out. Deck list time for the opponents. Oh my god. Talk about treasures. 2 glossed out Blue Eyes. The Anniversary promo. Veiler. 2 Droll. Sage. Maiden of White. Both at 1 because it's for the event. Glossed out Maiden, by the way. 3 Ash. 1 Ether Barrel because it's at 1 for the event. Royal Alternative. 2 Nebula Dragon. Both glossed out. Galactic Spiral Dragon. Royal Jet Dragon. 2 Schwarzschild Infinity Dragon. 2 Nibiru. one of which is glossed out. Traps, 3 Imperm, one of which is royal. 2 Dominance Purge, 1 Majesty, 1 glossed out True Light. Spell lineup: Primite Roar, 2 Lordly Lewd, one of which is glossed out. Glossed out Mausoleum, 3 Roar, one of which, well, 2 of which are glossed out. 1 Wishes, it's at 1 for the event. Spell card Soul Exchange. Synchro Rumble, if you're wondering about the Synchro Rumble, this is where, realistically, any of your tuners can get reborn by any means necessary. Triple Tactics Talent, Royal Bingo Machine Go, Return of the Dragon Lords, 3 Melody of the Awakening Dragons. Extra that consists of Royal Spirit with Eyes of Blue, Heretic Seals, for the Synchros, Ultimate Spirit, Light Storm, Royal Spirit Dragon, Ancient Fairy Life Dragon, level 8 Light Dragon Synchro that takes 1 tuner along with 1 or more non-tuner monsters to make her. 2500 attack, 3300 defense. First chance she is Synchro Shoken, you can draw 1 card, or if World of Spirits exists, is on the field, add 1 Light Beast, Light Plant, or Light Fairy, or 1 Eternal Sunshine from your deck to your hand. Hard once on the draw/search. Your Ancient Fairy Dragon monsters, technically Ancient Fairy Dragon, and monsters that mention her can attack while in face-up defense. Apply their defense. For the XZs, number 100, number 23, Galaxy Eyes Full Armor, Hope Harbinger, Galaxy Eyes Cypher Dragon, Draglubion, Grunix Eternity, Indigo Eyes Silver Dragon, and Heart Earth Dragon. And if you're wondering about Heart Earth Dragon, it's courtesy of Draglubion. Or in most cases, if for whatever the reason you somehow manage to get 3 level 9s, this is where you hard overlay into Heart Earth Dragon. So most cases about this old school card, rank 9 Dark Dragon XZ, no stats. Can't be killed by battle. Also, your opponent takes any battle damage you would have taken from battles involving this, so Amazonic Swordswoman. Once per turn during your opponent's end phase, detach 1, banish all cards your opponent currently controls that were normal or special, or were set this turn. If for whatever the reason, this card gets killed and sent to the graveyard while it has material, special summon this. If summoned this way, it gains 1000 attack for each currently banished card. Wow. First things first, opponent and I landed on low rarity spaces. Sphere Karibo, glossed out by the way. We already got that covered since it was on my side of the field from the previous videos when we made it. And then second of all, Bunny Ear Enthusiast. Level 1, Earth Beast Warrior, 200 attack, 100 defense. Once per chain, when a monster on the field that isn't Bunny Ear Enthusiast activates this effect as a quick effect, you have the option to place a Bunny Ear counter on it. And it can't be killed by battle as long as it has that counter. Once per turn, as a quick effect, you can target 1 monster with a Bunny Ear counter. banish both it and this card until the standby phase of the next turn. This is just straight up budget counter version of SP Little Knight. Also, with this hand, vampires can go to work. Real normal ghost, send familiar. Ash, kept the ghost in check. Familiar, send void bode. Reborn, spill blood for Scarlet Scourge. Fascinator, reborn Ash due to the zombie. Tribute herself, take Sphere Karibo. Exige Shoken into Zombie Vampire. Sorcerer, 2 retainers for the line. GEPD, Tachyon Primal, and Photon Vanisher. Out of all the choices, we are taking Retainer because we never used the search effect, which we will do for Domination and pass. MST, killing off Zombie World. Soldiers, sending Photon Orbital. Search for Afterglow. Another Photon Orbital, glossed out this time. Getting Photon Vanisher. Knowledge is fully known. Exige Shoken into Prime Photon. Prime Photon into Neo Prime Photon. Ghost should be Retainer because Retainer is way too low. Scourge, bring back Fraulein. Domination, negate destroy, and gain all of that life equal to its attack. Afterglow for GEPD. And I chose not to use Fraulein in this situation because GEPD will outright banish my zombie vampire and it doesn't target, which is huge. Last card in hand was Galaxy Summoner. Man, simplified state. Let this be known that I am such an idiot for having Scarlet Scourge reborn the Tachyon Primal because the context is, if this card is normal or special, the owner of this card. Hence why it is the biggest mistake of all the biggest mistakes I ever regretted. The owner of this card adds 1 Tachyon spell trap from their deck to their hand. I am an idiot for bringing this card back. Tachyon Spiral Galaxy. Target 1 Dragon Galaxy monster you control. Until the end of this turn, it can't be killed by battle. Also, unaffected by everything else except its own. Hard once on the activation. If you control a Tachyon Dragon to be specific, you can activate this straight from your hand. Zombies and Tachyon Primal, making it lethal. must be a regular duel, but I happen to land on the UR space of Desperado Barrel Dragon. Once again, we already went through this since that coins versus dice matchup all from the dice rally event. So let's get to it. Also, with his hand beyond perfect. Real normal Unizombie. Discard the retainer. Unizombie the second time around. Ashing the Unizombie. Retainer, send Grace. Reborn, spill blood for domination. Immortal Dragon, Synchro Shogun. Toss out Mizuki. Mizuki, banish for Unizombie. Vampire Sucker. Sucker, Reborn Ash. Draw 1 and 2 set. Discarding Ties That Bind for DMG, the Shining Sark. Add the Shining Sark itself. Phoenix, discard more Marshmallow. Vampire Awakening, E-Telly's Familiar. Familiar, getting Fraulein. Real normal, Magician Zero. Fraulein, Desperado. A complete miss. Grace. Sucker, draw 1. Magician Zero, level up. Sucker, gain the boost off from Fraulein. Immortal Dragon, secret effect. When your zombie monster gets killed by battle, thanks to Magician Zero killing off Familiar, the case is you can special this, but banish it whenever it leaves. Shining Sark, domination. Not gonna let this game become Shining Sark control. And pass. Level up. Fascinator. Reborn Ash because she's a zombie. Shiranui, Shogun Saga. Shogun Saga, banish Grace. Shibi herself, take control. And Shogun Saga, making it lethal. Both players on rarity card spaces. For my UR, the return of Ancient Pixie, we all know what's up about this. And then the opponent's normal space, Mystic Probe. You can only activate this when a continuous spell card is activated. Negate all continuous spell cards during the turn this card is activated. Also, with his hand, kind of awkward, but at the same time, we got Zombie World to fix that, along with a draw 1 from Pixie, and then do some vampire shenanigans. But opponent didn't want to deal with it. So let's see what deck that I could have faced off against. Dinosaurs. So most cases on the dinosaurs that I did not happen to come across, 2 double-headed Dino King Rex, level 6 Earth, 1600 attack, 1200 defense. If you control no monsters, free special from hand, once per turn this way. Upon normal special, you can target one monster anywhere on the field with less attack than the total attack of all dino dinosaur monsters you control, kill it. Hard once on the spot removal. Mighty Dino King Rex, level 9, Earth, 3200 attack, 1200 defense. If this attacking card kills an opponent's monster by battle, it gets to make a second attack during this battle phase. Once per turn, if you control this card that was not summoned this turn, you can target up to 2 monsters your opponent controls, kill them. Even more removal. The 2 Big Bang shot for the sake of pure battle damage and extra 400 attack boost. 3 Jurassic Power. Aside from dinosaurs gaining 300 boost, you can normal summon 1 level 5 or higher. Well, technically, you can normal summon level 5 or higher dinosaur monsters without tributing. You can send 1 dinosaur monster from your hand or face-up field to the graveyard, add 1 dinosaur monster with 1200 defense from your deck to your hand. Hard once on the effect of Jurassic Power, so dinosaurs that had 1200 defense. Let's see if we can scout any. Double-headed Dino King Rex. Mighty Dino King Rex. Okay, so it's just the 2 King Rexes. And then the 3 Super Soaring, even though it's a hard once on the activation. Target 1 dinosaur monster that is banished or in either graveyard specialist. So it's Dinosaur Monster Reborn. Extra that consists of Evil Zars, Lagia, Dolka, 2 Soldas, and Lars. For the Transcendosaurus, in terms of extra decks, 2 Glaciosaurus, 1 tuner along with 1 or more non-tuner monsters to make it as a level 12, which is huge. Can't be killed by battle. Dinosaur monsters that were special from the graveyard can't be killed by opponent's card effects, and your opponent cannot target them. So any dinosaur that was reborn cannot be targeted or killed by your opponent's card effects. And if for whatever the reason this card gets killed, you can shuffle 1 normal monster from your graveyard into the deck. Then you can optional special summon this card. And that effect is a hard once per turn. 2 Transcendosaurus Drillingnathus. Hardcore Butcher Drillingnathus. Rank 6 Wind Dinosaur XZ, 3000 flat on the attack, 2300 defense. That takes 2 level 6 monsters in general to make it. While this card has no materials, if it ever battles a monster, any battle damage it does to your opponent, it gets doubled. Each effect of the following effects once per turn. Detach 1, target 1 of your banished dinosaurs, special it, so reborn from banished. And then same concept as the Synchro, shuffle 1 normal, and then special it in terms of the destruction effect. Granosaurus Giga Cannon, Steamed Sabersaurus, rank 4 Fire Dinosaur XZ that takes 2 level 4 monsters in general to make it, 2000 attack, 600 defense. You can detach 1, kill 1 dinosaur in your hand or face-up field, then you can change the battle position of 1 monster anywhere on the field. Does not target change positions. At the start of the damage step, if your other dinosaur monster battles, you can kill this card, and if you do, that dinosaur monster gains 2000 attack until the end of the battle phase. Each effect once per turn. Scrap Wyvern, Transcendosaurus Exoraptor. Link 3 Dark Dinosaur Link, 3,000 flat on the attack. That takes 2 or more dinosaur monsters, including a level 6 or higher. Top middle, middle right, middle left arrows. If this card is special summoned, doesn't matter how it's special summoned, you can special one dinosaur from your hand. Nice extension. If a face-up dinosaur monster this card points to gets killed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you can draw one. If for some reason this card gets killed, literally the same concept as Glaciosaurus and Drillignathus. Opponent and I must have landed on rarity spaces. For my opponent's normal space, spell stopping statute. Counter trap. That's as if your opponent activates a continuous spell card, negate the activation and the effect of the card as in never happened, and kill it. Spirit Sculptor as my SR space. Level 4, Light Fairy, 1600 attack, 2100 defense. Hard once on the effect. You contribute one monster, add one monster from your deck to your hand whose combined original attack and defense equals to the combined original attack defense of the attributed monster. And more importantly, with this hand, this is basically vampire shenanigans with the domain. Clear the objective by using the effect of a continuous spell and then the unknown deck scoop. So let's see what deck that I could have faced. Goatee with a mixture of unique waters. Any notable SR or UR glossed out. Or Royals. Glossed out Hop Ear Squadron. Glossed out Alt R Ash. And then Royal Rare Goatee Chain. And then that's pretty much the gloss style / royal. Also, old school card alert of Oh Fish. The I as an exclamation point. I really love that. As a counter trap, when a monster effect is activated, shuffle one of your banished fish, sea serpent, or aqua into the main deck. Negate the activation as it never happened, and if you do, kill that monster. Extra that consists of 2 Orion posts, one of which is glossed out, 1 royal, White Aura Monoceros, glossed out by the way, glossed out White Aura Whale, glossed out Ascan, Ravenous Crocodile, Chang Ying, 2 Goatee of the Deep Beyond, one of which is glossed out, Aishe Gemir Adgerin, Psychic and Punisher, Geomath Mech Final Sigma, Daenerys, Sprite Elf, and Underworld Goddess. Quite the interesting take on Goatee. And this has been James Polk with the title reached to its max goal. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Smash that notification bell to keep you guys constantly updated. And thank you to Vampire Zombies for going all the way to the next title run. And of course, an honorary shoutouts to White Forest Allure Queen for tagging in from Vampires half life point stipulation matchups. Thank you guys for tuning in, and catch you guys doing the deck profiles coming soon.